Hello. I thought with all of those online classes, you might be wondering how can I actually participate if I've got none of my usual yoga gear at home. Now, sometimes in a class we will use a strap. If you don't have a strap, grab yourself an old scarf, even a comfortable one. You can just simply fold it up. And if, for example, we're using it for a stretch, same use it here, just wrap it around and work from there. So one thing down, next one. Usage of blocks. Now, a block you can purchase just like a strap anywhere, but it's not an essential item, so you might not want to head out and buy that now. So if you don't have a block, you might choose to take a book. Take a book, and sometimes that's just nice to sit on as well, a little bit higher than usual. You might even have a whole pile of books near your mat in case you would like to explore a half moon pose. So that in regards to the blocks. So blocks and props out of the way for me now. Then we always recommend, and especially as you're in the comfort of your own home, do have not just your yoga mat. If you don't have one, you can practice on any surface really. A cushion, nice. This is a very thin one. In Shavasana pose, when we come to our relaxation, it is recommended to align the spine, so yet still a nice thin cushion underneath the head is maybe that last bit of comfort that you require. Now, when we're talking bolster, and we will use bolsters a lot in a restorative practice, maybe even in a more gentle class, maybe you're using it in general, usually underneath your knees when you're lying down for relaxation. So if you don't have one and you still want something to cuddle up, you might instead even grab a huge beach or a sauna towel if you've got one, or you're using your blanket, just rolling it up neatly. Now, if you need this to be a little bit more solid, I recommend to just roll up your entire mat. Roll up your mat a little bit more neatly, of course, than I'm doing right now. That won't be quite enough. Imagine it's neatly rolled up. You would then wrap the blanket around the mat so that you've got something like a bolster to work with. If you don't have enough blankets at home, which I highly doubt, you can also use cushions. You might just roll up a cushion like this, snuggle yourself in and wrap yourself around it. It's very similar benefits to a bolster. So get creative before you're attending your next class. Set yourself up a beautiful space in which you are undisturbed, ideally. Maybe light up a candle, which I usually do even when I'm teaching. Now, the last one, this is general yoga practice and all you might want to have around you. Maybe you even like music. I usually don't play any in the online classes, just not to have the sound interruptions. You will always want to prefer to hear me more clearly than some music. So if you like, play some background music as you might have it on Spotify or on an old-fashioned CD. Now, in some of the classes, I also encourage foam rolling. These are core and release classes usually. Now, I've got a very comfortable set of rollers here. It's got 2 balls within it. Now, you don't need any particular set of rollers. These items are also available anywhere. So if you do have to go out shopping, maybe make this part of your trip. Balls, you might have one lying around. A simple tennis ball does the trick. Golf balls are really nice for glute releases. So there's two balls in here. One's a bit squashy and the other one's very hard. And what you also need in this practice is a foam roller, just like or any foam roller you can purchase out there will do. Shorter ones, longer ones, whatever you prefer. Now, if you don't have one and you would still like to do one of my release classes, you might again go about it a little bit more soft. So how can I do this? You might want to use a rolling pin. I know it's quite flat, but it might do the job for you. If it's a wooden one and you can press all your weight onto it, that is. And if you don't have a rolling pin at home because you never bake anything at all, I won't blame you for it. You might do the same trick as we did for the bolster. Roll up your mat, maybe hold onto it with a strap or something so it doesn't roll open, and then it will be a lot more gentle, but you would still get some pressure onto the fascia system using a rolled up mat. Maybe you've got some other ideas. I would love to hear them, so we can share them and we can all have a practice at home. I will see you in the next class. Namaste.